to Morning Brew. Yes, it's Monday morning. Yes, it's like coming off the weekend. Do you have your coffee? I'm brewing mine right now. And boy, I've been holding out because I really don't need to be drinking 2 cups of coffee before 10:30. Okay. So I held out this morning and I've been up early and I really need this coffee shot right now. I do. It's Monday morning. You always need your coffee or you need your espresso or whatever it is you're drinking to start your day off, right? To start the week off. So, yes, my coffee's brewing and I'm waiting patiently. Today it is my hazelnut coffee. I went back to my original. Yes, I'll be back on some mushroom coffee and we'll be trying some different brews from some different companies. Yay! So, mm, okay. While people are chiming in, let me know. Just let me know you're in the comments. Say good morning. Let's say good morning to each other. Let me know what you're drinking today. But before we get into today's brew, now I'm not sure how many of you that chime in has gotten caught up and caught out on Love Island. Yes, Love Island season 7. I have. I have. My husband was like, "Really, Germaine?" I'm like, "Really? Yes." I've gotten caught up. We get so caught up on just people's stories, how they interact, how they move about, and at the end of the day, it's still reality TV, right? Now, this message today, I'm not getting caught up on Love Island. Now, today's a big day because tonight, finally, the reunion is here. Yes. Now, you see all the cast members. There's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on. Whereas some things we get so caught up in people's lives and we don't even know these people like that. But we root for them, we champion them, and we even push the limits for people we don't know. So this message is going to tap into some things today. Don't just post about it, be about it. That's what today's brew is all about. And with that, yeah, it's been a lot of content to discuss. Now, I'm not making this about Love Island. I'm not. I'm just clearly highlighting some things. So if you are someone and you want to go and catch up on what's going on before the reunion on Peacock tonight, then you do that all over YouTube, social media, have at it. But I do want this message today, don't just post about it, be about it. It's going to kind of tie into some things. And I may reference Love Island or I may reference some of the individuals. I don't want to call them characters. They are real life people that are facing real life issues because of how the viewers are responding to a lot of what's being presented. So my question is it authentic? Is it really the person putting their true, authentic character first? Or is it just all a show? And they are really playing that role in that movie. But a lot of people are being affected by it and sometimes not in a good way. But here we go. Don't want to make it about that, but I did hear my coffee. It's done. Let me get my coffee together while you grab yours. If you are chiming in, make sure you let me know you're here. Hey, good morning, my friend Jesse Moss 92775. Um, I don't post about the wrong thing. I post about the right things. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me grab my coffee. And today we all posting. I mean, everybody from our parents, even our grandparents to the kids, everybody. Social media has taken over. It's taken over. Now it is clogging up the airwaves. Look, it's clogging up the internet highway. But you know what? We fall for it and we get right in with it, right? So, but you know what? I can only show up being me. That's it. But let me get into this message. I have my coffee now. Hold on. Let me stir up my. Hold on. Whew. Y'all have no idea. I need this. I need this morning. I do. Hold on. Oh my gosh. That is so good. One more sip. Hold on. Mm. Oh my goodness. That is so good. I've been holding out. I've been up ever since like 4:30 this morning, and I've been holding out to get that sip of coffee. So, okay, I'm back. So let's get into today's brew. Don't just post about it, be about it. All right. So, we're going to reflect. This message is like really living with integrity behind the scenes. Now, integrity, that's a big word. That's a big word when you see all the stuff that's just put out there in social media. I mean, this stuff, we may laugh it off or whatever, but it can get really serious. I mean, there's some dark sides to a lot of what we're putting out there and how it's showing up and affecting people in their lives. And I say that because hence I started out just referencing Love Island and stuff because we've seen a lot of this play out, and now we're going to see, get this, we're going to see how the producers play a big part in the information that we get. So think about this. We are basing how we want to attack somebody or comment on somebody or whatever based on the storylines that the producers have put together. So, in other words, it's not even authentic. It's not even 100% authentic because there's no way you can record that much time over weeks and bring it to a 1 hour show daily. So, really pay attention to what's happening and don't get caught up. Sometimes you can't even ask yourself why you don't like somebody. You don't know them. You haven't really met their true representative. But okay, let me get into my message. Get into my coffee brew today. All right. So, we live in a digital world where image often trumps intention. It's easy to get caught up in the trap of performative living. We see this. We clearly see this. And you know what? If we're honest with ourselves, are we a part of it? We post the vision boards, we quote affirmations, even in my morning brew. Yes, we do. We talk about some of these things. We hashtag the goals, but what happens behind the scenes? Yeah, that's the part we don't really see, but we want to have an opinion on what we see without having the full story. Hold on to that one. Okay. Think about it before you decide you want to post about somebody in a negative way, positive, good, bad, whatever. Think about, have you really seen the full picture? Do you have all the details? You think about it. So, this brew is going to challenge you to make sure that your real life aligns with your online life. Because at the end of the day, your legacy isn't built in your captions, it's built in your character. Yes. Good morning, Diana Knox Cooper over on that's YouTube. Yay! Over on YouTube. Good morning. Thanks for chiming in this morning. So, we're talking about just don't just post it, be about it. So, like I said, legacy isn't built in your captions, it's built in your character. So, are you bringing your true, authentic self to that post, to that video, to those comments? Are you hiding behind those things? The real you? Listen, all I'm going to do is put it out there and just, hey, maybe you'll think about it. Maybe you'll sip on some coffee, some tea, juice, whatever it is, and think about, really, are you showing up as your true representative? Like I said, for me, this is good, especially starting in this space, operating from behind the scenes for so long, starting in this space of coming to the forefront in the video. Some of the challenges that I had, and this is probably why it took me so long. Um, it took me a long time to come here because, one, I did not want to hear the noise, the comments, the feedback on my life when most time people don't know you, but they have everything to say about you from a video or something they see or a post or whatever. And so, yeah, that held me up for a while, a long while. So, but then I thought about it and I really wrestled with it. I'm not coming on here for Morning Brew with Germaine Monday through Friday because I'm coming in for likes. I'm coming in to amass all these people to follow. That's not my motivation and my purpose, right? I do this because this is so therapeutic for me. I said, God, how do I bring these conversations? How do I show up in the world with these topics, things that have resonated with me, things that have really helped me along my own journey, things that I'm still discovering as I'm on this journey? And so it's showing up as Morning Brew with Germaine. Me just coming, sharing coffee with you, having you come into this space as we build community and being able to talk through some things and see how they resonate. Now, I'm always going to bring positive stuff because uh, messiness and all that, I may get caught up in it, like watching all that stuff, but it's really just for me it's really seeing how individuals interact with one another, how they show up, how much they self-care and self-love themselves. And I realize there's a lot that we still need to grow in, build on, even for personal self reward gain. So I do this for me, first and foremost. Now, everybody's not going to like it. Nope. And I'm a firm believer it's not for everybody. But then I also realize people will comment, people will react to your posts or comments or whatever. And at the end of the day, you know what? I welcome it. Can't stop people. But what I can do is see how to turn that into a teachable moment if it's favorable, not favorable, how to turn it into a teachable moment for myself, as well as those that might be listening or actually leaving the post in the comments. So we'll see along this journey. But in the meantime, I'm having fun, even if nobody ever shows up. I'm having fun. This has been so rewarding for me. It's been fulfilling for me. It's just been fun to have a space to reach people that I may never be able to reach without this platform. I'm grateful and I'm thankful, and I'm gonna be responsible with it. I am. Now, let me get back into my message, okay? Or into this coffee brew. All right. So now, this is a new segment. Well, it's not new. This is a segment, but let me bring it up. Hold on. So, this is the Pour into Purpose segment of Morning Brew with Germaine. Yes. So, let me just read a little bit about what Pour into Purpose, what it means, and how it may resonate and translate to all of you. So, this is when we kickstart the conversation with a powerful thought, a story, or a lesson that pours inspiration, wisdom, and encouragement into your day. This segment it sets the tone and gives listeners something meaningful to carry with them throughout the day. All right, so let's get into it. And welcome to Morning Brew, my Aunt Phyllis Miller Bridges. Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you on here with us. And I got to get you on Morning Brew. Okay? I do. So we'll get that schedule. She says, Amen. Must first receive what I hope to give. Absolutely. So, all right. All right. So, I think I'm going to start feeding some of the messages in so people can see what comments are coming forward. And so, all right. So let me go back to this. This is the pour in the purpose segment. So let's start pouring. All right. Build offline what you broadcast online. You got that, right? Okay. because we want you to show up. We want you to build up your character, or we want you to bring your true, authentic self. Or, you know what? Hey, you have the right to show up any way you want to show up in the world. But listen back to one of the previous morning brews when we talked about you being the leading role in your life and in your movie. Are you satisfied with those scenes that are showing up on that screen, that thing called life? All right, you got to go back and watch it. It's on YouTube under Morning Brew with Germaine. Go back and watch it. All right, but right now, let's pour into purpose. So build offline what you broadcast online. Yes, it's easy to say, I'm working, but are you really? So let me tell you, I say, yes, I've been so busy lately, right? I've been working. And it's a lot of books that need to come out into the marketplace. But anyway, are you consistent behind closed doors? Or are you learning? Or are you failing? Or are you evolving when no one's watching? I'm going to leave those questions for you. So don't just post the work, you got to do the work, right? Okay. Do we need another highlight reel? I'm gonna just throw these questions out there for you. You tell me. You tell me as you're chiming in. Do we need another highlight reel? Or do we need wholeness? Highlight reel, wholeness. Highlight reel, wholeness. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So uh let me take those off the screen for a minute. All right. So integrity, pay attention to this part, okay? Integrity is when the person you present matches the person you actually are. Can I take a sip on that one? Mm, yeah, that started with me. I have to ask myself this question all the time. You want to show up in the world with integrity, you know? You want to make sure it matches who you actually are. Okay. And so, with that, can we pour a little more? Let's pour a little more. Okay. Substance over aesthetics. Pretty posts don't equal powerful progress. Boy, we're in a image conscious world today. You know, make it look pretty, make sure it's perfect before we can really, put it out there. Or we want people to buy this thing. So we make it look like we want people to say, you know what, let me invest my money into that or whatever, right? It happens all the time. We see with our eyes, we make decisions with our eyes first. So, substance over aesthetics. Whew, the internet highway is clogged. It's so much traffic. It's busy, busy, busy. Traffic bumper to bumper sometime. It's a lot of information that's going out there right now. A lot of information that's going out there right now. I'm sorry. Let me turn off this. I don't know why I forget to turn off my ringer, so my phone isn't ringing during morning brew. But if you give me a second, it is about to be on silence. On silence. Okay, so let's talk about substance over aesthetics. Whew. So think about this. You can have a clean feed and a chaotic life. Now, let's go back. Is that really showing up authentically? Is that the real you? You have a clean feed, but your life is speaking a whole different post, a whole different story. Think about that. Think about that. All right. So you can sound wise in quotes and still avoid hard conversations. Is that you? So remember, we can post and we can put anything out there, right? But is it authentically you? Now remember, you're writing these scenes in your life. Every day you're living, it becomes another scene, right? In your story. How are you showing up? Are you showing up one way in social media, on your lives, in your post, and it doesn't align with who people really know you to be if they know you personally? I don't know. These are just questions for you. I can only be responsible for me and how I'm showing up in the world, right? Okay. But I got to tell you, people see right through the BS sometimes. They can see clearly, like, okay, that's not the real representative. Be careful. Don't get caught up in that. And definitely don't put yourself out on a limb from somebody that you really don't know, fighting somebody else's battles in this whole social media war. For people you don't know, you jeopardize your own integrity, your own position for the sake of somebody you don't know. Please think about that before you decide to do that. All right. So let's continue on because this Bruce says, make sure your soul matches your strategy. Be the person who lives well before you promote well. All right. Yeah. Think about it. I mean, whew. Hey, I guess this message today is a little bit fitting for this reunion that's coming tonight. Hey, whatever. Maybe people will get this message, the morning brew. Maybe they won't, but we will put some shorts out later on so people can hopefully just think about some things. All right, guys. So, you know what? We are pouring a little more into purpose with legacy isn't curated, it's cultivated. You don't get remembered for what you posted. You get remembered for how you show up, how you treat people, and how consistent you were when no one clapped for you. Yeah, people really getting caught up in the hype of things, just because you can come off a popular show and gain like 4 million plus followers and all this stuff. Don't get caught up in the hype of things. Don't do it because you know what? We should know from past history with media, the media will build you up, and guess what? The media will tear you down also. And the sad thing is, most people don't know how to pick up the pieces from their life because they've been so caught up in this fabricated life or believing the hype or just having to exist off the claps and the applause from people out there that they've lost sight of their true authentic self. Who is the person truly in there when there's no claps, there's no applause, there's no big platform or stage for you to stand up on? Now you feel isolated and all alone in a world, and you are spiraling out of control because you're not being fed like you used to with all the false gestures for the moment. My advice is find your true authentic voice, find your true authentic self. Fall in love with that person, not who the world wants to create you to be. Whew. Anyway, hey, we have someone new chiming in on Instagram. The Kenya Crooks join. It's good to have you on. Thank you so much for chiming in. And so, all right, guys. So let me leave this with you under the, pour into purpose. Um, Curation looks good, cultivation feels good, and it lasts. So, what you nurture in silence will speak for you in season of impact. Good morning, Teresa Mira Watson over on Facebook. So, yes, what you nurture in silence, your work will speak for you. It will speak louder than you can. So, all right, so guess what time it is now? This is the time that you all can join in. Yes. So, this is our reflection questions. And in this segment, we take a pause and we think a little deeper. Everybody can participate in this. All right. These guiding questions invite you, the audience, to reflect on how the day's topic connects to your own lives, encouraging self discovery, growth, and practical actions. So we all can join in this segment. And you know what? You can chime in our comments in our community, or guess what? You can hold on, you can let it you can let it you can let it steep a little, you can let it brew throughout the day. Hey, you may even let it be watered, and next year you may think about, I remember on Morning Brew, she left this question. So you know what, guys, let's get into these questions. Okay. So, two questions for you. What's one area of your life where you were performing more than practicing? Ooh. That's for you. You don't have to respond. That's for you. Think on it. Really think on these questions when I pose these questions for you. Okay, so this is the second reflection question. How can you bring more alignment between who you say you are and how you actually live? So, and remember, you can always replay this back on our YouTube platform, Morning Brew with Germaine, or if you're connecting through Facebook or Instagram. Well, Instagram, I have to still figure out how to get these videos archived, because I realize once they're over live, I can't find them anywhere on Instagram. But definitely go and connect with us, subscribe on our YouTube channel under Morning Brew with Germaine. And hey, think about these questions. And if you feel led to actually leave a comment, do so. Give us a thumbs up, something if this resonates with you. All right. So, but those are in the reflection questions. It's something we all can chime in on, we all can be a part of. And I'm going to leave those with you. And now we are wrapping this up. And guess what? We are coming to the final sip. So in the final sip, this is the closing takeaway. So you know what? It's short, it's sweet, and it's strong. The final sip, it wraps up this episode with a memorable insight or affirmation, leaving listeners, yes, leaving you all fueled, focused, and ready to move forward. So let's get into our final sip today. Whew, the final sip on this today. And for those that are just chiming in, let me just go back over today. Today, we have been talking about don't just post it, don't just post about it, be about it. All right. So, right now in this final sip, um, I just want you to know that, like I stated before, don't get caught up in the hype of people connecting with you and joining, building your self esteem. Yes, it'll do that. It'll make you feel good when you feel like today is just not a great day. And you know what? You get a post from somebody or you get a comment from somebody just saying, you know what? Thank you. You really encouraged me today, or you inspired me through your message today. You know, sometimes those things lift you up. Yes, they do. We're human. Sometimes we need that, right? But don't make that your whole life. Don't make that your life where you're looking for the likes every day. You're looking for the comments and the positive feedback every day. Because eventually, guys, it will fade. You know, the views drop, the platform may shift, but your integrity, that builds influence that outlives the trends. Fall in love with you. Not everything somebody can say or give to you or make you feel a type of way. Be authentic. Be real with the number one person in your life, you. So, you know how we do. We sip slow. Let's stay grounded and be about it, even when no one's watching. Yeah. So, thank you all so much for chiming in and being a part of Morning Brew with Germaine. You know, we're here Monday through Friday, and I just want to give a few things that That's happening because if you notice, if you are someone that's been with us, and you're chiming in most of the week with us, you're starting to see things are what? Evolving. Things are changing. We're adding new things. So Wednesday, I've been talking about it, mixed blend Wednesdays. Yes, mixed blend Wednesdays. It's happening this week. We are bringing on our first guest on mixed blend Wednesdays, and we're going to chop it up and talk about a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, talking about spilling the tea, sipping the tea, and what's happening in this real world in the lives of people. You got to chime in for mixed blend. Friday, as you know, we do Authors Brew Friday when we bring an author in studio. So I'm excited about our new guest that's coming in this Friday for Authors Brew Friday. Oh my gosh, I call her my little rock star, but she is talk about the likes. I mean, from TikTok to Facebook, her following, her community, absolutely love her, her new cookbook. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for Miss D. Cooking with D is who she is on Facebook. Yes. But anyway, make sure you chime in. I don't want you to miss out on anything. And you'll never miss a segment if you look in the comments or if you look in the description. If you click the link to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you will always be notified. So you never have to miss who's coming up next on Morning Brew. Thank you so much for chiming in. And please come back. I hope something resonates. Leave us comments. Leave comments, especially in YouTube. It is growing globally. It is. And I'm glad that the message is resonating. It's getting out there. But make sure you leave some comments. I want to know really what your thoughts are. How do you feel about this? What do you think about this? Yes, we talked about this in this message today, but feedback is good because people, I realize the majority of the people that chime in never let you know. But it's nice to know that, hey, people are resonating with some of the messages that are coming forward. Listen, I'm clear. I'm clear. This has been uplifting for me. And sometimes it's really good. Like I said, sometimes you may need some inspiration from others, or you may even want to know about their stories. Remember, I am a book publisher, so I publish people's stories globally, especially if you're someone and you don't know how to get your story to the masses, to the world. Then you know what? Stop by Morning Brew and check out Hope of Vision, our web, Hope of Vision Publishing, HOV Publishing, and that's HOVPUB.com. But yeah, stop by, get some information. And if we can help assist and build with you in any way, we're here to do that. So once again, I so look forward to always connecting with you Monday through Friday. I'll be back tomorrow, God willing. Yes, He makes all this possible. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And remember, think about those reflection questions. We have more tomorrow. Bye, guys. I gotta go. Bye. Have a great day.